Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Athletics and Wellness Center on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you Quakers basketball. Their final game before the Christmas break. The Quakers take on the Colonels of Center College. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. The Quakers coming into this one tonight at 3-6. The Colonels at 3-5. These two teams have actually had a very good series over the last couple of years. We'll talk about more of that in just a few moments. Earlham took a step back in their last game back on December 16th on the road at Mount St. Joe. You know, they played so well against Bluffton, lost a close one, 81-78. They went to Manchester, played well there, lost that one, 91-86. And then for whatever reason, they went to Mount St. Joe, lost that one big time, 94-57. The Quakers just did not play good basketball in that contest. They'll have to turn it around here today because they will not play again for another 12 days, and that will take them on the road at Adrian before they come back here against Transylvania, but that won't be until January the 3rd when they get back into conference play, and then from then on out, everything will be Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference basketball, but it all starts here tonight. Quakers are 1-1 against Center in a kind of a newfound rivalry, as the Quakers defeated the Colonels 64-60 last year by scoring 10 unanswered points to finish out the contest. The previous meeting resulted in Center winning that contest by a single point, so it's been a good matchup over the last couple of seasons. When we come back in a couple of moments on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll take a closer look at the Colonels and what they've done so far this year. That is coming up in just a few moments. This is Earlham men's basketball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Hey, we're back once again here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, the campus of Earlham College. We're still about, I'd say, 10 minutes away from tip-off time here tonight, final game before the Christmas break. We mentioned this center team coming into this one. You look at them, and they can be very dangerous. Let's look at, first off, what they have done so far this year. They opened up in a exhibition game against Kentucky, and that's rather rare that you get a chance to play a Division I school like Kentucky, but you're located in the state of Kentucky. It's a good opportunity for Center College. They lost that one 106-63. They come back, they beat Maryville 83-70. They lose to a very good Transylvania team 89-83. They play Carthage out in St. Louis, lost that one by 20. They lose to Webster 76-67. Then they beat Franklin, a team the Quakers know very well, 66-55. They play at Sewanee, and they lose that one by 7, and they lose at Spalding by 2 before coming back and beating Boyce 97-56. So what that tells you already is a basketball team that has played a lot of close games this year and very well could be 5-3, maybe 6-2 coming into today's contest. They will average about 71 points per game and giving up so far this season around 69 points per game. They're not a great shooting basketball team at 42%. They're not a great three-point shooting team at about 23%. Or take that back, at about 30% coming in. And from an offensive and defensive rebounding standpoint, they're about -1 in their rebounding differential so far this year, averaging about 34.1 rebounds per contest. A lot of different scores on the team. No real superstars to talk about. Art Walker will come off the bench, averaging about 11.1 points per game. Perry Ayers, 10.4 points per game. Then you have Bailey Rakes at about 9.4. Jared Griffin is at 7.1 so far this year. Tucker Sine is at 9.4, and also Jacob Bates at 8.8. So good balanced scoring throughout. It's still a basketball team with no real superstars, but a good balanced basketball team coming into this one. All right, that's a look at the Center College Colonels. When we come back in a couple of moments, we'll take a look at what the Quakers have done over the last couple of games. That's coming up next. This is the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, the Quakers we mentioned a couple of moments ago They came in fact, come into this one after losing that the Mount St. Joseph game 94-57. They lose to Manchester and Bluffton, so the Quakers in the conference not off to a very good start. They did pick the Manchester win, but again, they lost to Bluffton, Anderson, and Mount St. Joe. Quakers are led by Elijah Wilson-Thomas, 18.4 points per game. Cheney Zolman continues to play well. Zolman at 10.9 points and 5.8 rebounds, and he's shooting at 54%. And, of course, Daryl Hutchison at 12 points per game. But the one player that's starting really to come on, we'll see if he'll get the start tonight, will be Austin Dalaboa. Dalaboa averaging 11.7 points per game and 3.6 rebounds. He has started the last couple of games. He's been in double digits in the last couple of games and is currently shooting at 54%. That's the kind of numbers they were thinking that Dalaboa would do when he transferred from Wittenberg. So we'll see if Dalaboa will be in the starting lineup in this one here tonight. Here's the updated HCAC standings going into tonight's action. Mount St. Joe's off to a 4-0 start. Transylvania, Hanover, and Rose all at 3-1. Bluffton and Defiance at 2-2. Anderson, along with Earlham and Franklin at 1-3, and Manchester's at 0-4. So this is a non-conference game tonight, yes, but the Quakers get back on January 3rd. They must start to turn things around, as the conference season is what they'll be shooting for after the Christmas break. Stay right there. The starters and the tip-off coming up next from the Athletics and Wellness Center. This has been the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. Hey, we're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. We are ready to get this one underway here tonight. The Quakers and the Colonels ready to do battle for the, third time now. They have split the last two games, and so I guess you call this the rubber match of this one here tonight. Here's how the Colonels are expected to start tonight. At guard, Bailey Rakes, a 6-foot sophomore out of Mount Washington, Kentucky, averaging 9.4 points per game. He wears number 1. Also to guard, Tucker Sine, a 6'2 junior out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, averaging 9.4 points per game. He wears number 10. Perry Ayers is a 6'4 sophomore out of Bowling Green. He averages 10.4 points per game. He wears number 32. Jacob Spitzer is a 6'8 sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia, averaging 6.1 points per game. He wears number 21. And Zach Schumacher is a 6'5 senior out of Cincinnati. He is averaging 3.6 points per game. He wears number 34. Rakes, Sine, Ayers, Spitzer, and Schumacher get the start today for head coach Greg Mason and the Colonels. The Quakers are going to go like this today. Kenneth Stallings, a 6'3 sophomore out of Gary, Indiana, wearing number 0, averaging 6.7 points per game. Cheney Zolman, a 6'6 junior out of North Manchester, Indiana, averaging 10.9 points per game. He wears number 1. Elijah Wilson Thomas, he is a 6'2 senior, averaging 18.4 points per game out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Elijah wears number 5. Blake Bonin is a 5'8 sophomore out of Ground Point, Indiana, averaging 4.1 points per game. He wears number 30, and Daryl Hutchison is a 6'4 junior out of Indianapolis, averaging 12 points per game. He wears number 35, and we do know now that the Quakers will go ahead and start. We thought they might go ahead and go with Austin Dalaboa, the 6'5 junior out of Franklin, Ohio, number 23, at the other forward position. So the Quakers do make that change in their starting lineup, and also looks like they'll go tonight with Jamel Barnes, the freshman out of Muncie, Indiana, played his high school basketball at Muncie Central High School. So Bonin will not start in tonight's contest for the Quakers. Kenneth Stallings also has been taken out of the starting lineup for tonight's contest as well. Here we go. It'll be the Quakers in their home whites, the Colonels in their dark uniforms, and the tip will be won by Spitzer and the Colonels. And we are underway here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Schumacher, the freshman, the sophomore out of Cincinnati, will get the basketball to number 1, which is Rakes, who lays it in, and we are underway, and the first 2 points of the ball game belonging to the Colonels. Here's Elijah at the top of the key, off the back of the iron. Dalaboa with the rebound for the Quakers. Barnes will shoot the 3. His rims in and out, and the rebound by Tucker Sine, the junior guard, and here come the Colonels once again. We mentioned this has been a pretty good series over the last couple of years, with the two teams splitting as Rakes will drive in the lane and travels with it. First turnover by center. By the way, live stats on GoEarlham.com for tonight's game, all the statistics and much more. Here's Barnes across the timeline. Dalaboa. Elijah coming off that screen from Barnes, gives it back to Dalaboa, and that'll be Hutchison on the left wing. Here's Barnes, one dribble, gives it up to Elijah. Back again to Hutchison, his shot no good, and the rebound Perry Ayers. Here come the Colonels once again. They'll work out of the half court. Tucker Sine of the basketball. He'll be guarded by Elijah Wilson Thomas. Bounce pass will find Schumacher, and back once again out front to Sine. Shot clock down to 14 seconds. Sine bouncing away from the double dribble, throws it inside. Spitzer lays it in, and the Colonels now lead this one 4-0 here in the first half of play. And we've got a whistle and a foul call. And they will get Bailey Rakes on the foul. 18:22 remaining. That'll be the first foul of the ball game. Quakers inbound. They get a fresh 30. Elijah off the screen on the inbound, shoots the air ball, and the rebound by Ayers. So the Quakers offensively cold here in their first couple of possessions. Ayers on the right wing. On the drive is Rakes. He'll take it baseline. The pass out, Sine for 3. That is no good. Battle for the loose basketball on the rebound, and coming away with it will be the Quakers, and that's going to be Jamel Barnes, who got one right in the face. And the foul is going to be called against Jacob Spitzer. So Spitzer picks up his first as Blake Bonin will come in, and they're going to set the injured Jamel Barnes. Barnes may have just caught one in the eye, so he will sit down. and Blake out of Crown Point will step in. Quakers basketball down 4-0. This is their third possession. Bonin out front will find Elijah coming off the screen, guarded there by Rakes. Elijah, another three on the way. That one's in and out. So the Quakers over in the first half of this early portion of the ball game. Driving down the lane, off-balance shot is no good by Ayers, and the offensive rebound, Spitzer. The drive down the lane, off the feed, the bucket good by Sign. And Sign now has 4, and the Quakers off to a slow start, trail this one 6-0. Dalabo got away with a travel. Fakes the handoff, drives, reverse layup, good. Austin Dalaboa gets the Quakers on the board, and Earlham down by 4. 17-10 remaining here in the opening half of play. Rakes will bring it across the timeline. Just a sophomore out of Mount Washington, Kentucky. Here's Spitzer, backdoor cut, and a nice cut it was, leaving the shot short as Sign. And stepping out of bounds was Earlham's Daryl Hutchison after he got the rebound. Quakers' first turnover. Coming into the lineup for center will be Jacob Bates, a 6'5" freshman out of LaGrange, Kentucky. And again, he will wear number 20. That will be Bates on the drive. Feeds in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Missed off the iron. Rakes with the rebound. Bates, layup good inside by Rakes. Offensive rebounding key early for center. Bonin with the basketball. Dalabo at top of the key. Elijah with the basketball, and boy, it looked like he got tied up right there, a collision. That was Perry Ayers, and they're going to call the foul on Ayers. Tough call against Perry Ayers, averaging 10.4 points per game. Jared Griffin will come in, a 6'2" junior out of Lexington, Kentucky, and also coming in Art Walker. We mentioned Walker in the pregame, leads the team in scoring at 11.1 points per game. Walker wearing number 4. He's out of Mount Sterling, Kentucky. And now there's some question, I think, on who the foul was called on. There's no doubt that the official held up number 32, which was Perry Ayers. So center going to their bench early and often here in the first half, 16:28 to go. Quakers entry pass to Zolman. Back to Hutchison. Driving down the lane. Layup good. Give the assist to Zolman. And Hutchison will get his first 2. And the Quakers trail it by 4. Rakes once again across the timeline to Walker. That's Griffin. Another backdoor cut. Easy layup. The Quakers get beat by Ayers. And Ayers gets his first 2, and they backdoor cut the Quakers twice. Wilson Thomas on the drive, reverse layup, good. Elijah, his first 2, averaging 18.4 points per game. And the Quakers back down by 4 once again. Here's Walker at the elbow. Ayers at the top, looking to his left, and he looked for the backdoor cut with Griffin. Ayers driving by Dalabo, and he's going to get fouled. It's either Dalabo or Bonin. And they will get Dalaboa for his first, and that will send Ayers to the line for the first time. Quakers really denying out on the wings, and it has cost them a couple of times in those backdoor cuts, and read very well by the Colonels here in the first half. 15:36 remaining, and the free throw's on the way and good. Ayers now has 3. We will see Dawson Crump come in, a 6'1" freshman, also out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Boys center's already used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players off the bench here in the first couple of minutes that we have played. Both free throws good by Ayers. Quaker basketball. Elijah on the high post down to Zolman. They'll cross twice. Blake driving and has his shot blocked out of bounds. Give credit on the block that time to Jacob Bates. 19 seconds on the shot clock here for the Quakers. Down by 6. The drive inside off the inbound. Hutchison will get fouled. Good pass by Blake Bonin. And Hutch will go to the line for the first time tonight. Foul will go against Art Walker. That is his first. And Hutchison at the line for the first time tonight. 15:23 remaining. And the free throw's on the way and good. One more for Darrell, averaging again 12 points per game. That's about 3 under his average from a year ago. Well, the Quakers have more options this year than they did last year as well, as Darrell able to get them both Quakers down by 4, and now they'll show some full court pressure. Here comes the double team. Crump goes to the middle of the floor to Bates, and they'll swing it to Ayers. Ayers back outside to Crump between the circles, and that's where the Colonels will now set things up. Here's Griffin, top of the key. Bates with a left-hand dribble, back again to Griffin. Griffin driving by Blake, feeds it outside. Good ball movement, wide open Walker, top of the key. Nearly shot the air ball as that one missed the rim, hit the backboard. Hutchison with a rebound. Here's Dalaboa. Dalaboa fakes the handoff, takes it to the left wing. Now picks it up, finds Bonin, who will work it here to the near side to Hutchison. Lost the basketball, picked up by Dalaboa. 15 on the shot clock. Fadeaway shot by Dalaboa, no. High for the rebound. Zolman has his shot blocked inside by Bates. Still, they gave him a fresh 30 on the shot clock, and that's going to be a 3 by Zolman. Quakers may have caught a break right there. They reset the shot clock on the block shot. Was still able to get the offensive rebound and the putback. Here's Crump with the basketball against Elijah Wilson-Thomas. Crump now with the right hand. Kicks it on the wing. Here's Walker for 3. Got this one. He airballed the first one, but not this time. As Walker on the board for the first time tonight. Under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Quakers down by 4. Hutchison stops with the basketball. Back to Dalaboa. Dalaboa starts to spin. Ayers cuts him off. Here is the baseline shot by Darrell. That's missed. And the rebound by Bates. Here come the Colonels once again. Griffin to Ayers. Ayers trying to break down the defense. Drives, left it short. Battle for the basketball, and the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Cheney Zolman. Tarigal Dasugi will come in for the Quakers. Also coming in will be Barnes, and we'll see Kenneth Stallings Jr. checking in. Tucker Sine is checked back in now for the Colonels. Here's Crump with the basketball on the left elbow. They're going to work it back inside. They had a mismatch on sides. Bates, here's the kick out again to Crump. Three-pointer good. Now they're going to call that. Will they call it a 3? They did. So it was a 3 by Crump, his first 3, 18-11. Blake off the screen. Will skip pass to Stallings. He comes in shooting and missing from 3. And the rebound by Turner Sine. Or actually, Tucker Sine, excuse me. Here is Griffin. Griffin with the basketball, hands off now to Bates. Bates now drives against Stallings, stripped out of his hands, goes out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock. This will be Dawson Crump who will inbound. And coming over to receive the basketball is Griffin. Griffin bypasses the screen, drives in the lane, feeds to a wide-open Crump. His 3 no good. Rebound for the Quakers. Coming away with it, Barnes. Barnes will now give it back out to Darrell. Driving, offensive foul, Darrell Hutchison. Second turnover for the Quakers. And we're going to see Cheney Zolman come right back in. He came out for just a moment. And we've got a timeout by the Quakers. We will call a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 12:34 to go here in the first half. Quakers trail this one by 7.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Quakers down by 7. They have trailed in this one from the tip. Earlham got off to a slow start, starting to pick things up a little better offensively. But it will be center basketball. That is Art Walker. He is a sophomore, as we mentioned, leading scorer coming off the bench at 11 points per game. Quakers peel back on defense. They'd showed some early man-to-man, but now they'll go back into the half-court man. Bates will kick it to Walker. Here's the left-hand shot by Griffin. He misses. Rebound by the Quakers. That's Barnes once again. Barnes starts to penetrate, takes it to the right wing, now terminates the dribble. El Dasugi at the post. Back to Barnes. Here's Zolman. Stallings. Blake on the left wing. Back to El Dasugi. 14 on the shot clock. Blake will drive, throws up the shot, missed it, and the rebound Bates. Here come the Colonels once again. They're on the run. The drive, we've got a block, and the shot will count. The basket made by Walker. Quakers will have to do a better job in their transition defense. 11:50 remaining. El Dasugi will pick up the foul. That's his first. And here is Walker at the line. Walker with 5, now leading the Colonels in scoring. He'll get the free throw, and now the Quakers down by 10. Barnes across the 10-second line. Here's Stallings. Elijah off the screen, misses the shot. Quakers cold again early. The rebound by Tucker Sign. Sign, he'll go by Elijah as he falls down. Sign misses the shot. The tip on the rebound is no good. Good effort by Dawson Crump, and the Quakers head the other way. Stallings now will spin. This one is good. Nice job by Stallings off the pivot, and the Quakers now trail it by 8 for Kenneth Stallings, averaging 6.7 points per game. He gets his first 2. And it'll be Colonels basketball. That is Crump on the right wing. Griffin now in the corner to Walker. Walker guarded by El Dasugi. Walker cut off on the baseline. 12 on the shot clock. Stallings with the takeaway. Stallings will now get it ahead. Here's Barnes for the layup, and the turnover turns into 2 points for Barnes and the Quakers. Barnes gets his first 2. Here's a 3 on the way. That's good. There he is again, the sharpshooter Art Walker for 3. And Walker's instant offense off the bench. Zolman, he'll shoot the 3, and he'll make it the other way. Zolman hits his second 3. 24-18. 10:21 to go here in the first half of play. Colonels with their second turnover. And that's going to be an offensive foul. That'll go against Tucker Sign. Third turnover now for the Colonels, and for Tucker, that's his first foul. Dalaboa coming back in for the Quakers. A couple of changes again for center. And look, one of those coming in will be Hogan Brownlee. Brownlee is a freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky at 6'5". He'll be guarding Hutchison. Barnes got away with a travel right there, no whistle. Dalaboa on the left wing. Barnes reversing it to Zolman. Hutchison on the low block. Hutch drawing the double team. The kick back to Zolman, three-pointer. This one's no good. Dalaboa, they're going to get him on a shove. Dalaboa said he went over the top, and that's true, but you can see he's extended his arms down in the lower part, and that got his second foul. Quakers now with 4 team fouls. And Earlham now will pick up at half court. 9:50 remaining here in the first half. Been a quick first half thus far. Good look at Brownlee. On the left wing, here is Rakes. Rakes driving baseline. The kick out. Ayers driving, and he'll lay it off the glass in good. Ayers, pretty good player with 6. And the Quakers trail it by 8. Here's Zolman. Low block guarded there by K.C. Purvis, and the bucket is good. Purvis will pick up the foul. Zolman now with 8 points here in the first half. K.C. Purvis is a 6'5 freshman. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky. Played his high school basketball at Christian Academy. And Zolman's free throws up and good. Good start tonight for Cheney Zolman. It is now a 5-point lead, 9 minutes and change to go in the first half. Rakes across the timeline against Elijah Wilson-Thomas. Way out front to Brownlee. On the left wing is Rakes. Rakes drew the double team. Ayers, nice pass on the bounce inside. They'll move it back to Ayers. Ayers driving again. Basket is good, and he's fouled. There's way too much room inside for Ayers. That's pretty good ball movement, though, by the Colonels. Foul's going to be called on Darrell. That's going to be his second. Eldasugi will have to come in. Darrell will sit down. He may be done for the remainder of the first half of those 2 fouls. He and Dalaboa both have 2 fouls. And Ayers to the line. 8:55 remaining in the first half, and Ayers now 3 of 3 from the line. It's back now to an 8-point lead. Here's Barnes. Had that injury earlier. Back in the lineup as Dalaboa receives. Back to Eldasugi. Eldasugi will find Dalaboa. Ayers very good defensively. Doesn't bite. Here's Eldasugi on the drive. Runs into Elijah Wilson-Thomas. Back again to take that back. That's Dalaboa on the drive. Missed the shot. Might have been blocked. Ball loose. 4 on the shot clock. And Center gets the possession. Quakers turn it over for the third time. And Center will get the timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers trail this one 29-21.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
We're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Quakers give up the basketball. That is their third turnover here in the first half. Center valuing that possession. They got the quick timeout. So it will be Center basketball. Quakers haven't shot very well here in the first half. Purvis outside now to Sign. They'll swing it left to Ayers at the elbow, guarded by Dalaboa. Ayers gives up the basketball once again. Rakes will turn with it. Sign looking underneath, and a block by Eldasugi. Brownlee went up with it. Eldasugi recovered in time, gets the block shot. It'll be Quaker basketball. Wilson-Thomas back outside to Barnes. Barnes, they leave him. In fact, they backed off him, dared him to shoot the three. Eldasugi crossing back to the left hand from the right. Dalaboa nearly traveled with it, gives it up now to Zolman, 10 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes, left-hand shot on the way, good. Barnes for 3. And the Quakers back to within 5, and Barnes with 5 of his own. Center basketball, here's Sign, way out front against Barnes. The slip screen by Purvis, and a traveling call against Sign. And the Colonels turn it over for the 4th time. Here's Art Walker back in. Dawson Crump will stay in there along with Jared Griffin. Ayers will stay in, and Casey Purvis in the lineup as well for the Colonels. Quakers down by 5. We're at 7:19 to go here in the first half. The entry pass to Zolman and a shove from behind. They got Casey Purvis. So Casey will pick up his first, and that'll be team foul number 7 on the Colonels, and the Quakers will go to the free throw line for the 1 and bonus. In the lineup now will be Jacob Spitzer, the 6'8 sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. So Spitzer giving the Colonels a little more size, averaging 6.1 points per game. And, boy, talk about a player that has improved offensively. It's Cheney Zolman. He may be the most improved player in the entire conference when you look at last year to this year. Second free throws missed, rebound by Griffin. It'll be Colonels basketball. They give it up now to Perry Ayers. It's a pretty good young team. They don't have a ton of seniors. Most of these young players have made a contribution very early. Ayers, nice roll down the lane. The bucket good by Spitzer. Gets his first 2. That's a great pass by Ayers. Quakers down by 6. Here is Cheney. Baseline shot no good. And they're going to get Elijah Wilson-Thomas trying to take it away from Jared Griffin off the rebound. So Elijah picks up his first. We'll see Isaiah Ware come in, Dalaboa coming out. So essentially the Quakers going a little bit smaller with this lineup. Their biggest player right now is Cheney Zolman at 6'6". 6:43 to go, and the Quakers down by 6. Ayers top of the key, driving against Barnes. Nearly lost it, gets it to Walker. Back out front now to Griffin, swinging left side to Crump. He'll drive in, and he goes down hard, and that's going to be a blocking foul against Barnes. Barnes a little bit late getting there. Tell you what, though, Dawson Crump, he went to the floor very hard. And he'll step to the line for the one and bonus, or it's a two-shot foul, Two-shot foul here for Dawson Crump, and his first one is no good. We will stay a 6-point lead. Crump averaging just 2.4 points per game. His second one is on the way and good. 4 points now for Crump. And the Quakers now see the deficit at 7. Elijah Wilson-Thomas to El Dasugi at the high post. El Dasugi backs it off against Walker, finds Barnes. Here's Wilson-Thomas. He'll swing through, and a foul called. Take your pick here. It's either going to be Crump. It will be Crump, not number 22, or actually take that back, number 32, Perry Ayers. So they're going to get Crump. He picks up his first, and Elijah at the line. 2 points for Elijah. 8 team fouls now against the Colonels. And that free throw is good, and Elijah, one of the best in the country at the free throw line. 6-point lead. Second free throw by Wilson-Thomas, averaging 18.4 points per game. That is a career best for Elijah. And it'll be Colonel basketball. Crump, just a freshman, against the senior Wilson-Thomas. Here's Griffin. Good ball movement. They look the backdoor cut to Ayers. Nothing there again for Spitzer. Here's Walker. Walker driving off the glass. No good. And a late whistle against El Dasugi. And so El Dasugi just picked up his second foul. And that's going to put Walker at the line. I don't think that for Coach Jason Polikoff, he minds the call as much as it was how late it was on the whistle. So Art Walker. Stallings will come in. El Dasugi will sit down. So El Dasugi losing one of their leading rebounders at 5 rebounds per game. Second free throw good by Walker. He now has 3 from the line. 11 points by Walker off the bench. Wilson-Thomas in the corner. Lost the basketball. Isaiah Ware. The little teardrop off the glass. Good. Isaiah gets his first 2. Quakers down by 5. Earlham is really as bad as they've shot early in this one. Still hanging in there. Here's Walker. That is Stallings on the guard. Coming for the screen, Spitzer. Double team and a foul. Well, the Quakers did the right thing. They got the ball out of the hands of Walker. And they're going to get Stallings on the foul. And that's going to put Walker back to the free throw line again for the one and bonus. Team foul number 9 now on the Quakers. Bailey Rakes has come back in, the sophomore out of Mount Washington, Kentucky. And they will now send Perry Ayers to the bench. He'll get a break. And they're a pretty good free throw shooting team. Art Walker has yet to miss. He's now a perfect 4 from the line. And the Quakers find themselves down by 6. Second free throw is up. It is good as well. 5:24 remaining. That is Barnes at the elbow. Wilson-Thomas off the screen. Back to Isaiah Ware. Here's Barnes. Stallings driving, leaning, missing, rebounding, and he's going to get hammered off the pass. It'll be a 1 and bonus. And the foul's going to be called against Art Walker. So Walker picks up the foul, and that'll send Kenneth Stallings to the line. Now, looked like he was passing the basketball. It's the 19th foul. Let's see if they'll give him 2. It will be a 1 and 1. So they did do it off the pass. And he misses the front end of the 1 and 1, and the rebound by Spitzer. Here is the kick to Walker. 3-pointer. Good. Walker does it again. Boy, I tell you what, only 11 points off the bench, and he has killed the Quakers so far here tonight, a 10-point lead. That is Barnes. Back to Stallings. Stallings, 2 dribbles, terminates, gives it back now to Barnes. Wilson Thomas at the left elbow, guarded there by Rakes. He'll step back, fire and miss it, and the high rebound by Spitzer. Spitzer at 6'8", giving plenty of size tonight for the Colonels. 4:28 to go here in the first half. Here's Griffin. Bouncing again to Walker, guarded there by Isaiah Ware. Walker, step back, 3-pointer, top of the key, rims in and out. The rebound by Cheney Zolman. Quakers head the other way. Here's Isaiah Ware. Down the lane, contact, and a blocking foul against Jared Griffin. That'll be his first. And that will send Isaiah Ware to the line. This will be double bonus now the rest of the way for the Quakers. Isaiah averaging 3.4 points per game. And this is his first trip to the free throw line here tonight. We've shot a lot of free throws both ways. And we'll see more changes now as Jacob Bates will come back in for center. Quakers will bring Blake Bonin back in. And also looks like we have seen Jason Slane check into the lineup. So Slane is in as well. And the Quakers find themselves down by 9 here in the first half, coming up on 4 minutes remaining in this first half of play. Rakes on the right wing to Walker. Walker will back it away with the dribble, kicks it back outside to Bates, down the lane, stripped out of his hands, goes out of bounds, turnover, Colonels. Quick hands that time by Isaiah Ware. Was that Stallings? Actually, Stallings is the one that got his hand on it. We will see Schumacher come back in. 3:51 remaining here in the first half. Bonnet will swing it now to Stallings. Here's Wilson Thomas on the right wing, back to Ware. Blake receives behind the back dribble, back once again to Ware, shot fake. 9 on the shot clock. They'll kick it back out to Stallings. He'll drive baseline and turns it over. Maybe one too many times that possession, passing the basketball. Here is Bates down the lane, feeds it outside to Rakes for a 3, no good. The rebound by Bates, a fresh 30, now for the Colonels. Sign will give it back outside now to Crump, and they'll reset it at 3:05 to go here in the first half. Crossover, Crump trying to go against Ware. Entry pass, left-hand shot, no good by Schmucker, and that will do it there for the Colonels. Here come the Quakers once again. Blake with the basketball. Back outside now to Stallings. Stallings will drive. This shot is on the way good. Kenneth Stallings now with 4, and the Quakers close back to within 7. 2:37 to go here in the first half of play. And a turnover again for the Colonels. That'll be number 6. So we have another change. Ayers coming in. That'll put Zach Schmucker to the bench, the senior out of Cincinnati. So Ayers will give them a little more stability, at least it appears. Ayers has played better than Schmucker so far here in the first half. Quakers have a chance again to cut into that 7-point deficit. 2:19 remaining. Ware with the basketball at the left elbow. Isaiah now top of the key, gives it off to Stallings. Stallings spins, stripped out of his hands by Ayers. And the ball will go out of bounds, last touched by Tucker Sign as he knocks it out of the hands of Earlham's Elijah Wilson-Thomas. 2:04 remaining here in the first half of play. Blake Bonin will inbound the basketball right in front of the center bench. Slane will give it off to Elijah. 2 on the shot clock. He gets it blocked, goes to the floor. 3-on-2 break the other way. Shot fake, layup good by Bates. Quakers turnover turns into 2 points. Back the other way is Isaiah Ware, and he'll lay it in. Ware with 5. Quakers right back again, but they got to shore things up on defense here in the remaining 137. The drive down the lane, basket good. Strong drive by Rakes. He has 6, and Earlham has now given him 43 points in the first half. 1:26 to go. Bonin swings it right side now to Ware. Ware, free throw line extended now with a left-hand dribble as he's guarded out front by Dawson Crump. Here's Wilson-Thomas. Elijah, fadeaway shot off the back of the rim, rebounded by Slane. Slane, triple team, stripped out of his hands, picked up by Stallings. Back to Ware, teardrop down the lane, no. Good effort, and a foul's going to be called on Jason Slane. So we will head to the other end and shoot some free throws. We will go to the free throw line. Here is Tucker Sign. And this will be a 2-shot foul. 1 minute remaining. Quakers started to make that a little run. Colonel's coming right back. The one thing the Quakers again will have to do is shore things up on defense in the second half. Back in the lineup will be Jacob Spitzer. Sitting down for the Colonels is Jacob Bates. There is only, if you look up and down this lineup, I think there's only one senior on this entire team, and he's sitting on the bench right now. 11-point lead. Both free throws are good by Tucker Sign. He now has 6. Halftime will run down the first half stats. We're down to 51 seconds remaining. Bounce pass to the high post and Slane. Slane will dribble out of it with 2 dribbles. Off now to Ware. Bonnet at the left elbow. Here's a 3 by Blake. Good. Blake coming off the bench tonight. Hits his first basket. A big bucket for the Quakers. And now can they get a stop right here? Colonel's basketball. Here's Rakes. Sign will now bring it back out front, and we have a moving screen called against Jacob Spitzer. That'll be the 7th turnover now by the Colonels, and Spitzer just picked up his 2nd. So now the shot clock is off, 26.2 seconds remaining in the first half. And the Quakers will go ahead and play for one right here. They will have the final possession barring a turnover. Clock down to 13. In the ballgame for the Quakers, Thomas Sanborn. That is Isaiah Ware. 3 seconds. Ware shoots and hits the 3. And a good finish for the Quakers as we have made it to halftime. And Isaiah Ware's been a huge key in the first half. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, high-scoring affair here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Quakers trail this one 45-40. Your halftime report is coming up next. This is Earlham Men's Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
If you drive through the country back then, there was a basketball hoop everywhere.
So there were 74 boys in the top 4 grades at Milan. 58 of them came out for basketball.
It's the passion, the camaraderie.
I've played all over the world, and definitely I feel like Indiana is respected and well known for basketball.
The way that the people here in the state have embraced Indiana high school basketball is really unbelievable.
It's the euphoria, it's the excitement, we played on every Friday, Saturday night.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
We're at halftime, 45-40, center on top of Earlham as the Quakers again trail it by 5. Those first half numbers coming up in just a couple of moments. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Tuesday, it's the oven-roasted chicken. Thursday, the Italian BMT. And Sunday, the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Here, your halftime numbers. We'll start first off with the Colonels. They ended up shooting 51%, almost 52%. They were 15 of 29 in the first half, 4 of 11 from three-point range, good enough for 36%, and 11 of 12 from the line. They turned the ball over 7 times in the first half of play. They did finish with 22 rebounds, 6 of those offensive. They had 11 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 11 fouls, and 22 points off their bench, certainly thanks to Art Walker. 22 points in the paint and 4 fast break points in the first half. Walker led the way with 16, Ayers with 9, Rakes with 6, Crump with 4, Sign with 4, Spitzer with 4, Bates finished with 2 in the first half. Quakers ended up shooting 41%. They were 14 of 34. They were very cold early. They were 5 of 12 from three-point range. That's 42%, 7 of 10 from the line. They did give the Quakers just 2 turnovers. I think they're a little bit off there. Just 2 turnovers in the first half. The Quakers finished with 14 total rebounds, 6 of those offensive boards, 5 assists, a couple of blocks, and a steal. Quakers had 15 bench points, 5 second chance points, 12 points in the paint, and 4 fast break points. Cheney Zolman, the only player in double figures for the Quakers, he finished with 10. Isaiah Ware with 8 off the bench, Jamel Barnes with 5, Kenneth Stallings Jr. with 4, Elijah Wilson-Thomas with 4. Darrell ended up with 4, but he got into foul trouble and had to sit for a while in that first half. 3 points by Blake Bonin, 2 points by Austin Dalaboa, Eldasugi Sanborn, and Slane all played and failed to score in that first half of play. That is your halftime report. When we come back, we'll get you updated on what is happening in college basketball and much more. Stay right there as the halftime report continues on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Center on top of Earlham, 45-40. This is Earlham men's basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sport.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Hey, today's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. It's going to update you on some of the college basketball that's going on. In fact, a few games already underway in men's top 25 play as number 2 Michigan State. They are blasting Houston Baptist 95-58, about 4 minutes remaining in that one. At halftime, number 14 Kansas on top of Omaha 55-29. And also at halftime, number 24 Florida State in a close one with Charleston Southern 28-26. Seminoles on top there. Later tonight, IUPUI is at number 12 Gonzaga. Texas Southern at number 15, TCU. North Dakota State is at number 18, Arizona. And UT Arlington, they play at number 25, Creighton. Women's college basketball, top 25 play, number 9, West Virginia, now leading Morgan State, 45-12 at halftime. And number 16, Missouri, they already beat Xavier earlier today, 74-48. Sixth-rated Baylor's at Nichols, and Western Illinois plays at number 18, Stanford. Couple of games underway in the NBA. Pacers home tonight as they're taking on the Celtics. Boston now leading that one as they're close to halftime, 47-34. Also in Charlotte, the Hornets now leading the Knicks, 45-30, 5:54 remaining in the second quarter there. In Atlanta, Miami, they are just now underway. And the Monday Night Football game tonight that'll get underway in about 40 minutes. It's Atlanta and Tampa Bay from Tampa. We will come back. Your second half is coming up in just a few moments. It is the Quakers and the Colonels here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Earlham trailing this one by 5.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
We're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center as we get set for the second half. Quakers know now they need to shore things up a little bit on defense, giving up 45 points in that first half. It'll be Quaker basketball to begin the second half as Daryl Hutchison will be back in. Committed those 2 fouls and sat pretty much the entire remainder of that first half of play. And we underway. By the way, Blake Bonin will start the second half as well, as will Isaiah Ware. So the Quakers going a little bit different here in the second half. Blake will drive baseline, cut off there, back again to Wilson Thomas. Isaiah take that back. Elijah kicks it out to Isaiah Ware. And Ware able to run down the basketball, 10 on the shot clock, 15-footer. That one is no good. That one rolls just off the rim. Spitzer with a rebound there for the Colonels. This will be Perry Ayers, the 6'4" now point guard, running things up front. Schmucker back in once again, working on now to Sign. Entry pass Spitzer. Spitzer, kick out. Ayers, three-pointer is rimmed. That one, boy, tell you what, rimmed in and out. The rebound by Cheney Zolman. That's as close as you're going to get to hitting the three. As the Quakers in transition, they'll work it back into the half court. That's Ware. Isaiah gives it up now to Blake. Here's Hutchison. Hutchison, shot fake, and we have a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. And they're going to get Tucker Sign, who just picked up his second. Isaiah Ware was cutting to the top of the key. And so the foul call, first foul of the second half against the Colonels. Blake Bonin will inbound the basketball. Quakers going a little bit small again with the three-guard lineup here in the second half. Bonin will find Daryl Hutchison. Hutchison reverses it now to Isaiah Ware. Ware at the top of the key. 7 on the shot clock. Ware back to Daryl. Drives in, and offensive foul. Well, the one thing Daryl will probably have to start thinking about doing is pulling up and just shooting that one off the glass. Not take it quite as deep as he generally does. He's a big fella, and he's not going to get the call, or at least he generally doesn't get the call on that type of play. So it'll be center basketball, 45-40. Neither team scoring so far here in the second half. Rakes across the timeline against Ware. Off the screen is Sign. Sign drives, feeds outside to Rakes. Good ball movement again by center. Here's Ayers, crossover to the right hand, drives in, and they're going to get him for an offensive foul. So Ayers will pick up his second. 8th turnover for center, number 6 for the Quakers. And Earlham able to get the basketball back. And by the way, Daryl's going to play with those 3 fouls. They're going to let him play through it. He is a junior. As Ware brings it across the timeline, Wilson Thomas at the right elbow. Daryl turns, draws the double team. Ball is on the floor. Quakers turn it over. Daryl didn't see the double team coming from behind as Ayers brings it across the timeline. Ayers, slip screen down low by Spitzer. Ayers drives and scores. That screen and roll is hard to guard. And the Quakers now down by 7. Bonin will find Wilson Thomas. His swing through there is going to be a foul call on Rakes. That'll be the second on Rakes. 3rd team foul now on center. Quakers will inbound. Inside now to Hutchison. Hutchison unable to get the shot over Schmucker, and here we go the other way. Crossover with the left-hand Rakes. Back out now to Sign. Rakes will entry pass, and Spitzer can't hold on to it. 9 turnovers now by the Colonels. I bet that was quite an experience for the Colonels, a chance to play at Kentucky and Rupp Arena in that exhibition game at the beginning of the year. Here's Bonin, three-pointer off the screen, good. Blake coming out, hits his second 3. And the Quakers down by 4, 17-10 remaining. Rakes with a basketball. Here is Sign. Sign driving down the lane, feeds off to his big 6'8" post player. Spitzer lays it in. And the Quakers down 49-43. Spitzer now with 4. That's a nice hard drive down the lane by Rakes. Here's Cheney Zolman. The jumper's on the way. Hutchison hits the 15-footer from the right side. And the Quakers back down by 4. Daryl now with 6. Here is Sign with the basketball. Slip screen again, nothing there. In fact, they'll go ahead and reverse it to Ayers on the left side. Ayers driving, shot no good. Elijah with the rebound, 3-on-2 break the other way. Elijah stripped out of his hands. Sign gets the steal. Quakers' 8th turnover, and back the other way, Blake Bonin will pick up the foul. So Blake picks up his first. That's a great steal that time by Tucker Sign. We'll see 3 new players coming in now for the Colonels, including Art Walker, their leading scorer in the first half with 16 points. Here is Dawson Crump off the inbound. Cheney Zolman went down hard. He is up. The three-pointer in the corner, and there he is, Walker, coming off the bench, hitting the 3, and he now has 19, and that young man is instant offense there for the Colonels. Zolman, top of the key, works it left side now to Ware. Ware back to Zolman. Shot fake, drives in, and a foul. They will get Jacob Bates. Bates will pick up his first. Zolman 2 for 3 from the line, will be there for 2 shots. Zolman averaging almost 11 points per game and 5.8 rebounds. 15:46 to go in the quarter, should say in the half. Free throw is good. And Zolman now reaching his season average. Darrell coming out with those 3 fouls. Austin Dalabo will come in. Zolman, free throw number 2 is no good. Walker battling with Dalaboa, comes away with a rebound. And here come the Colonels once again. Here's Walker. Dalaboa able to come up and cover him, make sure to get off that 3, and he'll give it up now to Crump. Still 15 on the shot clock. High post now to Bates. Bates will swing it to Walker. Bates will set the slip screen. Walker driving, lost the handle. It goes out of bounds, and the Colonels turn it over for the 10th time. El Dasugi back in for the Quakers. Cheney Zolman will sit down. So each team going very deep on their bench in this non-conference matchup. Both want to get into the Christmas break with a win. Quakers, we mentioned after that disappointing loss at Mount St. Joe, trying to rebound here tonight. Elijah Wilson Thomas to El Dasugi. Now to be Ware at the left elbow once again with a right-hand dribble. Dumps behind to Bonin. Blake driving in after the shot fake. Feeds it back now to Ware. Ware will drive, and another foul call on the way up. They're going to get Bates for his second. And Isaiah Ware has played well off the bench here today for the Quakers, 8 points. And he'll go to the line, look to get into double figures, and cut that deficit at 14:59 to go here in the second half. Isaiah's averaging 3.4 points per game. Barnes is back in for the Quakers, and coming out of the game will be Elijah Wilson Thomas. Second free throw now by Ware. And he misses the second. Long rebound by Jared Griffin for the Colonels. Here's Crump. Crump with a little step back, keeps the dribble. Will find Walker on the near side. Drives, and a blocking foul against the Quakers. That'll go against Barnes. So Jamel Barnes picks up his second. And Walker back to the free throw line as he now has 19. 14:45 to go here in the second half. Walker has yet to miss from the line so far here tonight. And he is now at the 20-point total here tonight, and the Quakers are going to get the timeout. They've used their second timeout. We'll take a break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down 53-47.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Quakers down 53-47 back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Walker will have one more. 14:45 remaining. Dalaboa, El Dasugi, along with Barnes, Bonin, and Isaiah Ware. Quakers now essentially, when you look at this lineup, they've gone about as small as they can go. Still using a three-guard lineup. Second free throw by Walker is good. He now has 21, and the Quakers back down by 7. Barnes will find Dalaboa. Bonin off the screen now with the drive. Blake drives, finds Dalaboa. Layup good. They ran that perfectly. Dalaboa now with 4. He's averaging 11.7 points per game. Guess we better get rid of that scoreboard. Here is Griffin on the drive. Wide open on the wing. Three-pointer good. That'll be Tucker Sign for 3. So Sign now with 9. Quakers down 57-49. Bonin, baseline spin. Skip pass, and El Dasugi tipped it. It was intended for Ware, stolen away. Walker the other way, easy layup. Quakers with their 9th turnover. Here come the Quakers. El Dasugi reverse layup and a foul call. They may get Bates again. Bates, if it is, it's his 3rd. So Jacob Bates just picked up foul number 3, and El Dasugi will go to the line. Earlham will come back with Cheney Zolman. And the next opportunity is El Dasugi's free throw is good. Quakers down by 9. And it looks like it's going to be Zolman coming in for El Dasugi. El Dasugi getting his first 2. He mentioned Cheney checking into the lineup. 11 points for the Quakers. The lead down to 8. Out front is Crump. Guarded by Bonin. Crump looking for an opening. Lost the basketball. 11 turnovers now by the Colonels. Here's Ware. Sets for 3. That's off the mark. Comes off the front of the rim, and the rebound by Tucker Sign. Here come the Colonels once again. Boy, Mr. Automatic right there. Art Walker gives it back out front to Sign. High post. Now to Bates. Bates will drive, and we've got a blocking foul called against Cheney Zolman. That is his first. This will put Bates at the line. Free throws on the way and good. He now has 3. Quakers down by 9. Isaiah Ware is out. Elijah Wilson-Thomas back in. So far, Elijah 14 points under his season average. Second free throw's on the way. It is good. And they have hit the free throw tonight, now leaded by 10. Bonin with the basketball between the circles. He'll find Dalaboa on the right wing. Dalaboa Takes it baseline, back to Barnes. Thought about the 3, entry pass for Zolman. Ball tipped in the lane. Another turnover for the Quakers. That'll be number 10. Ball loose. Colonels give it right back. They're 12. Barnes back to Dalaboa. Back to Barnes in the lane. No. Tipped up by Zolman. Zolman with another offensive rebound. Zolman powers it up. He'll be fouled and go to the line. Cheney Zolman averaging nearly 6 rebounds per game, working hard on the boards, and will go to the free throw line. That's going to be, I think they put that on Jacob Bates. I had him for 3 before. They're going to say 3 now, so we'll go to the line. Here is Cheney Zolman. Team foul number 7 now on the Colonels. 12 points for Zolman. And coming back in will be Jacob Spitzer, the 6'8 sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. Second free throw is on the way, short. Spitzer with a rebound. So Zolman 1 of 2. Quakers trail it by 9. 12:33 to go. Rakes across the timeline. Will bounce on the left wing to Griffin. Griffin double teamed, and he swings an elbow, and they got him for it. Offensive foul against Griffin as he caught Barnes right in the mouth on that one. So Griffin picks up his second. Quakers get the basketball. That is the 8th team foul as Daryl Hutchison will come back in. Looks like Barnes is okay, though checking to make sure he had no blood coming out of his mouth after he took that elbow by Jared Griffin. So the Quakers with the basketball down by 9. Wilson Thomas to Darrell. Bonin on the left wing. Darrell driving baseline and a blocking foul, and they're going to count the basket. Foul's going to be on Art Walker, his 3rd. And a big bucket for the Quakers, now trailing it by 7. And Darrell now with 8 points. Griffin's going to come out of the lineup. And Schmucker's back in. And Hutchison at the line. Quakers have had 9 different players score tonight. We'll see Kenneth Stallings come back in. So Blake will get a break. Darrell tonight from the free throw line is a perfect 2 of 2. Let's see if he can get another one here. 12:13 remaining. And Hutch now with 9 points. See how the Colonels will answer at this point. Here's Rakes across the 10-second line. That is Walker. Rakes on the drive and a blocking foul called against Elijah as he just picked up his 2nd. Team foul number 5 now on the Quakers, and I thought that was pretty good defense that time by Elijah Wilson Thomas, moving his feet. I know his body was on the offensive player, but he wasn't hand checking. There was no arm bar. Sometimes it makes it a little bit difficult on how you're going to play defense with some officials. Near steal by Stallings. Down the lane is Rakes, and got it. Tough shot by Bailey Rakes. He has 8, averaging 9.4 points per game, and the Quakers down by 8. Stallings will find Hutchison at the top of the key. He'll clear out Elijah on the near side. Here's Ware. Nice cut to the basket and a great pass by Isaiah Ware, and the layup perfect for the Quakers. Hutchison now with 11. Give the assist, and a beautiful assist it was to Isaiah Ware. 20 in the shot clock. Here's Spitzer. Gives it back out on the wing now to Rakes. He'll pull up in the shot and hit it. Quakers need to get some stops here relatively soon. 65-57, 11 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Here's Ware. Gets the screen now from Zolman. Cheney on the left wing, guarded by Sign. Cheney will now turn and get fouled and go to the line again. The foul's going to be on Tucker Sign. That'll be his 3rd. 8 and 9 trips now to the free throw line by Cheney Zolman. He's missed 2 out of his last 4. 10:53 remaining in the half, and the free throw is good. Barnes back in. Ayers coming back in now for the Colonels. Now the Quakers keep making a charge, and every time they do, the Colonels seem to answer. See if the Quakers can get a stop their next time down. That's going to be a huge key. Got to get some stops and consecutive stops. You're still only down by 2 possessions right at this point. Here's Rakes quickly across the timeline. Ayers changes directions, brings it down the lane, scores. That's what I'm talking about right there. You got to stop that penetration. Quakers again down by 8. We're talking about getting 2 or 3 stops in a row. Here's Barnes. Barnes once again back to Hutchison. Wide open on the wing, missed it badly, and the rebound by Sign. Here's Ayers. Ayers puts a head of steam down, drives and scores. And we've got another timeout on the floor. And it will be a, 30-second timeout called by Center College. We'll take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down in this one, 69-59.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Well, the Quakers 10-19 remaining. And again, you talk about getting stops. We just mentioned that a little bit ago. They needed to make sure they got another stop. But boy, Ayers put his head down and easily scored. And the Quakers down by 10. We're talking about they need, I'd say, 3 stops in a row and then at least get some success offensively. And they haven't been able to do that so far here tonight. Blake Bonin is back in. Isaiah Ware also in the lineup. Cheney Zolman. Barnes stays in. Hutchison, that is Darrell in the high post. Barnes in the corner, back to Darrell from 15, no. Zolman tips it in. Zolman at 6'6", able to get the tip-in rebound for the basket, and the Quakers back to within 8. Again, defense will be the key here. Ayers gets the screen from Spitzer. Ayers back to Spitzer. Spitzer lays it in. Quakers trying to double-team the basketball. Earlham gives up another 2, and here's Darrell back the other way. Layup good, but you can't trade baskets at this point. Got to find a way to get some stops on defense. 9:35 to go. Quakers have given up 71 points to this point in the ballgame. Barnes on the guard out front. Here's Ayers once again. That's a tough one there for Isaiah Ware. Ayers driving, scoring. See, he's just too big. 17 now by Ayers at 6'4", and Isaiah Ware at about 5'10". Here's Barnes, three-pointer, no. Ayers high for the rebound there for the Colonels. Ayers with 8 points here in the second half, and he just came off the bench and got 3 easy buckets. 16 on the shot clock. Schmucker once again will find Sign. Sign crossover, driving, spinning, shooting, and hitting another one. Quakers just not getting the stops right now. 75-63, back to a 12-point deficit. We will see El Dasugi come back in. Here's Isaiah Ware. Lost it down the lane. Ayers flashing out, has one to beat, and will be fouled in his way to the basket. And that'll be a foul on Cheney Zolman, who went hard to the floor. Quakers turn the ball over for the 11th time in tonight's game, and that may cost them another 2 points. And this time the Quakers are going to get a timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail this one 75-63.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
You got guys here wanting to grab everything, keep your fingers off stuff. Back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center, Quakers down 75-63. Boy, we just talked about needing to get some stops on defense, and the Quakers failing to do so. And now they're down by 12. And again, every time they start to make even a little bit of a run, the Colonels come right back. And here's one of the reasons why. This young man right here is Perry Ayers. He's going to be tough for the next couple of years. 17 now by Ayers. And the free throw's on the way and good. And they shoot the free throw really well. 23 by Walker. Ayers with 18. He can make it 19 right here. And those two young men have just killed the Quakers here tonight. So now Earlham down by 14. We'll go back again. You got to get something here, and then you need stops. Bonin with the basketball, El Dasugi. That is Ware coming off the screen. Back again, Darrell. Elijah Wilson-Thomas back to El Dasugi. 13 on the shot clock. El Dasugi to Ware. Ware in the lane. Ware with the left hand. Nope, he's going to throw it back inside. Turned it over. Quakers with their 12th turnover. Here come the Colonels once again. They'll slow it up in the half court as Jared Griffin is checked back in. That's Griffin off the roll. Back inside. And a foul call, and nothing that the Quakers could do against Spitzer at 6'8". El Dasugi was in front of him. Blake Bonin coming from behind. I think they got Blake on the foul. So Blake just picked up his second. Spitzer did a nice job on that roll, and Quakers unable to defend it, so we will go to the line for two right here. And how many times have they missed? Once? I think they've missed one free throw all night long. El Dasugi is out. Austin Dalaboa back in. Again, Elijah with just 4. Austin has just 4. 14 under the average by Elijah. Now you're looking at 7 points under the average by Dalaboa. Second free throw, no good. 7:50 remaining in this one. Quakers down by 15 in this ball game, starting to get out of their reach if they don't hurry and get some stops on defense, and they got to quit turning the ball over. Dalaboa for 3, missed it short. Ball tipped. Dalaboa comes back with it and shoots and scores. Good job by Dalaboa. Stayed with it after the missed shot. Got lucky that it was tipped into his hands, and the Quakers down by 13. Center quickly getting the ball down the floor. Here is Griffin on the drive. Got it. That's just too wide open. Griffin gets his first 2. He's averaging 7 points per game, and now the Quakers have given up 80. We still have, again, 7 minutes to go as Elijah misses that one. Ware with a rebound, and then he may have hurt his knee as he went to the floor. And they're going to check him out real quick. We will take a timeout ourselves as they will check out Isaiah Ware to see if he's going to be okay. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers trail this one 80-65.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Well, we're back here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Isaiah Ware, you see, he's being helped off of the court as, the Quakers have suffered some early injuries. You look at Nick Sands, he's been out pretty much the entire season. The Quakers have not had a starting forward, Alex Topolovich, back from last year. So they again have, in fact, Bailey Stewart, who got some minutes last year, he has not played yet this season. So the Quakers have already had their share of injuries. And then tonight, if you lose Isaiah Ware, he's played well off the bench. 9 points for the Quakers, and they'll hopefully evaluate him, and he'll be okay. And the good news is, at least you're at the Christmas break and have a chance for him to heal up. Ayers with the basketball, dribbles out of the double team. Nice pass inside. Somebody fell behind and fell asleep on defense in the back. Bates will score, and the Quakers give up another easy basket. And we've got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. They will get Crump. I wanted to check here and see what the shooting percentage is now for Center. They're now at 64%. And you can do that when you're shooting a lot of layups. Here is Wilson Thomas at the line. For the Quakers, when they get back into conference plays, we see a change again as Bailey Rakes will come in. Dawson Crump will sit down. They've got to find a way to shore things up defensively when they get into that conference season. 6:35 remaining. Second free throw is good as well. 6 points now by Elijah. But the Quakers have a long way to go on this one. They haven't had many stops. Ever since I mentioned that, I think that Center scored about every time. Here's Ayers. He's been one of those responsible for their success. Nice crossover by Ayers down the lane. Nice ball movement. Here's Walker wide open, missed the three. That was pretty good ball movement there by the Colonels. Elijah on the drive, and they're going to get him easily for the offensive foul. You know, we talked about that a little bit ago for Darrell. The one thing you got to learn to do is when you see that defender there around the circle is you got to learn to pull up and shoot that short-range jumper, and there's a lot of players that just don't do that anymore. They try to take it in and ends up getting another offensive foul and a big turnover right there for the Quakers right when they needed to get a basket. You're right now at the point where you cannot give up anything else the rest of the way. Ayers against Wilson Thomas. Quakers will try to double team the basketball on the near side. Back to Ayers and almost thrown away. Center being very careful. They've turned the ball over 13 times, but only once in the last few possessions. Nice pass inside. Got the defender in the air. Layup good. That'll be Bates. And another 2 points in the paint. Bates now with 8 points. Quakers down 84-67. Here's Wilson Thomas now to Hutchison against a much smaller player in Art Walker. Can't finish it, though. Not so much in height, but in size. Hutchison had the advantage there. Dalabo trying to get the steal from Bates, or I should say from Bailey Rakes. Rakes, shot fake by Walker, and that'll be a travel on Griffin. 14 turnovers now by the Colonels. 5:04 remaining. We'll see Cheney Zolman check back in. Coming back in for center will be Tucker Sign. Boy, you talk back again. We were talking about earlier with center. You know, their record is not even close to what is the shot clock was not turned on. Their record is not even close when you consider some of the teams that they've played, what it should be at 3-5. That's a little misleading, as they will put the shot clock down to 23. 4:59 remaining. See the two officials meeting right there, and again, they're going to put it to 25, so they only take 5 off the shot clock. El Dasugi is checked back in for the Quakers. Here's Barnes. Quakers need some points pretty quick. Here's El Dasugi, back to Dalaboa. Barnes receives, back to Dalaboa, shot fake. Barnes again for 3, got this one. Quakers down by 14. Barnes now with 8. 4.5 minutes remaining. But we've been talking for the last 6 minutes that the Quakers need more stops. Boy, that's just too easy. Down the lane by Rakes, and another 2 points in the paint. Quakers now down by 16. Wilson Thomas on the drive, has his shot blocked out of bounds by Ayers. I'm going to check that number 2 here in a moment. Talk about points in the paint. Now for that is 46 points in the paint by center. 46 points in the paint alone out of their 86. That is an amazing number there for the Colonels, and the Quakers' interior defense just hasn't been there. Dalaboa drives in, stripped out of his hands. Quakers turn it over for the 14th time. 3:56 to go. And Dalaboa picks up the foul. Those are some amazing numbers. The other thing is the Quakers have been outscored in bench points, 37-21. So that number right there, the 46 points in the paint, that's huge. That's a lot of easy points put on the board by the Colonels. Here is Tucker Sign at the line. He has 11. Now make it 12. And again, they don't miss free throws either. Their free throw percentage is incredible. In fact, they're shooting at, 20 out of 22 now? They're at 91% from the line. So they've been to the free throw line a lot tonight. In fact, most of their points coming from the line and in the paint. Second free throw's no good. They have not had to shoot the ball from the outside very much. Quakers down by 17. Zolman, his baseline shot no good. Battle for the rebound. High to go after was Bates. He didn't come away with it, but he was up there. Ayers now will give it to Rakes. Back to Ayers and across the timeline. 3:32 to go. Quakers going to lose this one tonight. They'll fall to 3-7. Here is Art Walker once again to Ayers. Nice roll inside, and falling to the floor is Bates. 15th turnover by center. Here's Barnes on the drive. Missed it. El Dasugi with a rebound. He gets hammered by Tucker Sign, and El Dasugi to the line. El Dasugi at 3:10. Make sure Min gets in a nice vacation. You're going to need it after that last shot right there. Here's El Dasugi. El Dasugi now 3 of 3 from the line. I know you're tired, but you can't tell me you can't not shoot the beam. Change here for the Colonels. Here's Jared Griffin, who is checked back in. El Dasugi with his second. Quakers just defensively did not play well enough when they needed to, when they were within striking distance. And center kept scoring and scoring and scoring in the paint. They probably had 3, 4, 5 possessions in a row. There's a turnover. Quakers' El Dasugi scores. And they're back to within 13. El Dasugi was 6 all in the second half. 2:45 to go. Well, you can turn them over, but you can't let them score the way they were scoring tonight. There's Griffin again. Griffin traveled with it. There you go. He's a little shaky with the basketball. And Griffin's going to come out. They're going to bring Art Walker back in. Griffin having a tough night with another turnover. 2:33 to go. Earlham coming off a game again in which they just gave up 94. They gave up 86 in the previous game, and we're going to get a timeout now by the Colonels on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail this one 87-74.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Well, Center getting the timeout. They have 3 remaining. Quakers have a couple of timeouts remaining themselves. But it will be Quaker basketball just right next to the scorer's table. In fact, really close to the Quaker bench. Here is Zolman. Barnes will give it to Dalaboa. Austin, the double team. Stallings, who's checked back in, back to Dalaboa. He did that little hop, nearly traveled with it. Quakers shot clock down to 12. Here is Barnes. Now to Dalaboa, the spin, and boy, they whistled that one before the shot. They're going to get Ayers. Boy, Perry Ayers, pretty good player. How would you like to have Ayers, only a sophomore, only the rest of this year, but the next 2 years? Art Walker this year and the next 2 years, 2 guys you can really build around. We also look at the entire supporting cast as well that they have as Dalaboa hits his first free throw. They're going to be a pretty good basketball team for a while. Second free throw is good as well. Quakers are going to make this look a little more respectable, though. They're down to 2 minutes remaining. Boy, down court pass. Somebody lost Bates, and Bates will flush it for the easy 2. Well, if you're going to press, you better make sure you have somebody back. Quaker basketball, Bates now in double figures with 10. I was talking about the amount of points the Quakers are giving up defensively. Here is Zolman with a left hand good. Quakers are scoring, just not getting the stops. And you look at, they gave up 94 against Mount St. Joe, 86 against Manchester, 81 against Bluffton, and then 97 against Anderson. They've got to shore things up on defense. 14 on the shot clock. Here's Ayers. And we've got another timeout. Ayers, another 2 points in the lane, and this will be a, full timeout. We will take a timeout as well. It is a full timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down 91-78.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Earlham basketball being brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Wednesday, the turkey breast. And Saturday, the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. When we're done here, we'll run down some quick numbers for you. You can always follow live stats on GoEarlham.com. By the way, the field goal percentage for Center keeps going up. Generally, as the game goes on, it goes down. Theirs is up to 66%. You're not going to win many basketball games when the opposing team is shooting 66%. So it'll be Quaker basketball, and Center again got the timeout. That'll put them down to their final 2. That was more of a timeout to prepare for what the Quakers will bring on defense. Dalaboa now to Isaiah, or take that back. That's Elijah on the shot in the lane. Missed it. The rebound by Bates. By the way, Elijah Wilson-Thomas only 6 points in tonight's game. He was held well under his average. That layup good at the other end by Sign. And another 2 points in the paint. And another Quaker turnover. Now we're 44 seconds. Quakers no need to foul here. Let this one run out, get into the Christmas break, and then think about the rest of the conference season. All their games from now on out will be conference games. Feed inside. They'll run that clock down as much as they can. They still have a difference of about 16 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock, but Austin Dalaboa picks up his 4th. And that will put at the line Bailey Rakes. Rakes 12 points. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Well, they haven't missed in a while. They missed their last couple, though. Into the ball game now for Center will be Chris West, a 5'9 freshman out of Olney, Maryland. 22.4 to go. Second one is no good. Quakers should be their last offensive opportunity as Hutchison drives and scores. 14.5 remaining. Whatever you do, don't foul now. No need to. There's nothing you can do with it with 8 seconds to go. And a turnover there for Center. Dalaboa will give off to Darrell, and at the buzzer, they will let that one go. And your final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Center beats Earlham 93-80. We'll come back and put a wrap on this one. This has been Earlham Men's Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Well, as we wrap it up here tonight, the Quakers 3-7. The Colonels will improve to 4-5 on the year with the 93-80 win. Let's go ahead and run down some of the final numbers. The one thing that is going to stick out the most, as I said in this one, you talk about points in the paint, and it was just almost crazy. I'm going to see if they put this on here real quick. All right, here's the field goal percentage. Center shot 67%. Earlham at 44%. Center was 40% from three-point range. The Quakers at 39%. Center had 33 rebounds. The Quakers 26. Center 18 turnovers. The Quakers, I had them for 15. They had them for 13. Here's the one I want to look at. Points in the paint. It ended up being that Center had 52 points in the paint here tonight. 52. That's how you shoot 67% when you end up shooting like that. And the Quakers just got to find a way to be a better defensive basketball team. There's way too many teams that are getting in the 50s and 60 percentile against the Quakers. Here's the final numbers tonight. First off, for center, they ended up with they had 5 players in double figures. Art Walker had 23. Perry Ayers with 21. 12 by Rakes. Sign had 12. 10 by Jacob Bates. They also had 9 by Jacob Spitzer, so they almost had another player in double figures here tonight. We mentioned again they shot 67%. They were 19 of 24 from the line. They finished with 33 rebounds, 17 assists, 9 steals, 4 blocks, 18 turnovers in tonight's game. Quakers were led tonight by Cheney Zolma with 18 points. They got 15 by Daryl Hutchison. Also tonight, Elijah Wilson-Thomas with 6, Jamel Barnes with 8, Austin Dalaboa with 8. Isaiah Ware had a nice ball game. He got injured late. He finished with 9. Kenneth Stallings with 4. Tariq El-Dasugi with 6. Blake Bonin with 6 as well. Quakers shot 44%. They were 39% from three-point range, 21 of 27 from the line, 26 boards, 14 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, 13 turnovers in tonight's contest. So the Quakers will look to regroup as they will now go into the Christmas break at 3-7. Quakers will not be back in action until December the 30th, and they will come back and go on the road at Adrian. That's a 3 o'clock start time. Their next home game is against Transylvania January 3rd. And that will be a tough one, a good Transylvania basketball team coming in here for a 6 o'clock start time. And then the Quakers back January 6th also against Rose-Hulman, another great team, a very good team so far in the HCAC. That'll be another 2 o'clock start. Quakers lose it, 3-7 on the year. Final score once again, it was Center 93, Earlham 80. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Men's Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.